Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 hauntingly beautiful songs in musicals.
And I can hear them now, the very words that they had sung.
For this list, we'll be looking at soulful ballads, epic chorus numbers, as well as eerie and beautiful melodies. Some of these songs reveal key plot points, so this is your spoiler warning. Let us know which of these songs gave you all the feels in the comments. Number 10. Send in the Clowns, A Little Night Music.
Isn't it rich? Are we a pair?
There's nothing quite like reflecting on an ex. Sung by Desiree, Send in the Clowns takes place during Act 2, when she reflects back on an affair she had with Frederick.
Send in the clowns, just when I'd stopped opening doors.
Despite the fact that Frederick was deeply in love with her, Desiree rejected him, and she now realizes that she loves him, but this time around, he rejects her. The clowns Desiree refers to are not actual clowns, but fools like herself.
My fault, I fear. I thought that you'd want what I want. Sorry, my dear.
The song itself is written in a complex meter, which is one of the reasons it's so haunting. It sounds like a waltz. Desiree is also furious. She can't outwardly express her anger, so she does what characters do in any musical. She sings about it.
There ought to be clowns. Well, maybe next year.
Number 9. Telephone Wire, Fun Home.
Telephone wire, run and run. Telephone wire, sundown on the creek.
Based on Alison Bechdel's graphic novel Fun Home, this musical centers around Bechdel's own coming out story and the complicated relationship she shared with her own closeted father, Bruce.
At the light, at the light, at the light, at the light. Doesn't matter what you say, just make the fear in his eyes go away.
Sung towards the end of the musical, this is the last conversation Allison has with her dad. She desperately tries to connect with her father while also revealing who she truly is.
Lots of boys messed around, you know. For them, it was a game they outgrew. But I always knew.
Dad, me too, since like 5, I guess.
The song's heartache lies in her father's denial and how they never actually made a connection with each other. The song is even more heartbreaking considering the ending of the musical, where it's hinted that Bruce takes his own life.
Telephone wire. That was our last night.
Number 8. Time Heals Everything, Mac and Mabel.
Time heals everything. Tuesday, Thursday.
Only a true stormy partnership could serve as the inspiration for this haunting melody.
It really seems to haunt people, and I really understand it. It's from a score by Jerry Herman called Mac and Mabel.
Time Heals Everything is part of the musical Mac and Mabel, which centers around silent movie director Mack Sennett, who transforms Mabel, a local waitress, into a star. Mabel develops feelings for Mac, but sadly, Mac puts his work before romance.
I'll forget you by next year, some year, though it's hell that I'm going through.
Time Heals Everything is Mabel's sorrow over how Mac treated her, but also her way of saying, I'll get over him. When it comes to heartbreak, we're often told to give it time, and that's exactly what Mabel is telling herself. The song is particularly haunting when you think about what ultimately happens to the character. Poor Mabel becomes a drug addict, and by the time Mac tries to make it up to her, she's passed away.
Time heals everything but loving you.
Number 7. Somewhere, West Side Story.
There's a place for us, somewhere a place for us.
With lyrics by the late, great Stephen Sondheim, West Side Story can be thought of as a modern retelling of the tragedy Romeo and Juliet, except that this version involves street gangs in New York City.
We'll find a new way of living.
We'll find a way of forgiving somewhere.
Somewhere appears during different points of the musical, most notably when Maria sings the first few lines of the song after her true love Tony is shot.
Hold my hand and I'll take you there. Somehow, someday,
The melody actually borrows from Beethoven's Emperor Piano Concerto and Tchaikovsky's Swan Lake, which is why it's so haunting. Tony and Maria's longing to one day be together, somehow, someday, somewhere, is sure to make you cry, especially since their dream never does come true. Number 6. Till We Reach That Day, Ragtime. Ragtime, which has still not been turned into a movie musical and needs to be, follows a series of characters as they navigate life at the turn of the 20th century in New York. Sung at the end of Act 1, Till We Reach That Day takes place at the funeral of Sarah, a young black woman who was beaten to death by the Secret Service. Her friends and family gather to mourn their sweet Sarah, as well as express their anger at a system where black lives do not matter.
What is wrong with this country? She was somebody's child. There are Negroes out there. There are people out there. Give the people a day.
The powerful lyrics are still disturbingly relevant today and serve as a reminder that black lives do indeed matter. Number 5. Losing My Mind, Follies.
The sun comes up, I think about you. The coffee cup, I think about you.
Imagine being so obsessed with your ex-lover that you slowly lose your mind over them. That's the focus of the song Losing My Mind from the musical Follies, which focuses on the reunion of performers known as the Weissman's Follies.
Sometimes I stand in the middle of the floor, not going left, not going right.
Back in the day, Sally was in love with Ben, but he ended their relationship to marry her friend Phyllis. Sally married Buddy, but remained in love with Ben, even though he doesn't love her, at least not in the same way.
Does no one know? It's like I'm losing my mind.
Dressed as a torch singer, Sally sings Losing My Mind about her longing and the fantasy world she has entered where Ben loves her. The song's power lies in Sally's obsession and her wondering whether or not Ben ever did actually love her.
Or am I losing
Number 4. I'll Cover You Reprise, Rent.
Live in my house. I'll be your shelter.
Based on the opera La Bohème, but set amongst the AIDS crisis in New York during the late 80s and early 90s, Rent has a soaring and inspirational first act that quickly dissolves into tragedy in the second.
But sweet kisses I've got to spare. I will be there, and I will cover you.
Tom Collins, a local gay professor, falls in love with the vivacious Angel. The pair's relationship was one of the most heartwarming stories in the musical, and their upbeat duet, I'll Cover You, is an expression of their pure love. Sadly, their relationship becomes heartbreaking when Angel dies of AIDS. Collins reprises I'll Cover You as he remembers the love he and Angel shared. The slowed-down version is a reflection of how one person can truly make our lives magical. Number 3. It's Quiet Uptown, Hamilton.
There are moments that the words don't reach.
The Broadway hit Hamilton mixed numerous musical genres to create a spectacular retelling of one of America's founding fathers, Alexander Hamilton. Amidst the rap battles is one song that relies on more simple instrumentation. It's Quiet Uptown.
If you see him in the street, walking by himself, talking to himself, have pity.
Philip, you would like it uptown. It's quiet uptown.
Sung towards the end of the musical, It's Quiet Uptown focuses on the unimaginable, a parent's grief over their child's death. Alexander Hamilton, who at this point in the musical has done his wife dirty on numerous occasions, begs for forgiveness as the two try to grapple with their grief.
She takes his hand. It's quiet uptown. Forgiveness.
Although Eliza faces more grief in her life, she doesn't let it get the best of her as she details her accomplishments in Who Lives, Who Dies, Who Tells Your Story.
Oh, can I show you what I'm proudest of? The orphanage. I established the first private orphanage in New York City.
However, It's Quiet Uptown's power lies in its simplicity. Most of the numbers in Hamilton rely on wordplay, rhymes, and double meanings, but this is a straightforward reflection on mourning. Number 2. You'll Never Walk Alone, Carousel.
When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high, and don't be afraid of the dark.
The second musical from greats Rodgers and Hammerstein, Carousel isn't exactly one of their more cheerful outings. Sung towards the end of the musical, You'll Never Walk Alone is sung by Nettie to her cousin Julie, whose love Billy has just died in her arms.
Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, all your dreams be tossed and blown.
The song serves as the second act's emotional peak, and its themes center around hope and resilience. Over the years, numerous covers of You'll Never Walk Alone have emerged, and it's become the anthem for medical heroes during COVID. Theatrical performances of the number often use more simple musical arrangements, which allow the inspirational lyrics to shine through. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. No One Is Alone, Into the Woods. We all need this reminder from time to time.
Hard to see the light now.
Just don't let it go. Things will come out right now. We can make it so.
The Light in the Piazza. The Light in the Piazza. The sheer high notes that are hit will send shivers down your spine.
I know what the sunlight can be. The light in the piazza.
Maybe this time, Cabaret. Simultaneously hopeful and desperate about love.
Maybe this time, for the first time, love won't hurry away.
Why? Tick Tick Boom. If you've ever wondered if the sacrifices you've made for your career are worth it, then this will haunt you.
I make a vow right here and now. I'm gonna spend my time this way.
Joanna. Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. What sounds like a sweet love song turns downright creepy when you listen closely to the lyrics.
I feel you, Joanna. I feel you.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Music of the Night, The Phantom of the Opera.
Night time sharpens, heightens each sensation.
We can all pretty much agree that the plot of The Phantom of the Opera, in which a mysterious masked musician who lurks in the bowels of the Paris Opera House and is obsessed with the beautiful soprano Christine, is just a little creepy.
And listen to the music of the night.
There are multiple hauntingly beautiful songs throughout this musical, including the painful lament Christine sings to her father in Wishing You Were Somehow Here Again.
Wishing you were somehow here again. Wishing you were somehow near.
But the music of the night is definitely the most haunting. The Phantom seduces Christine with this song while also revealing his more sinister intentions.
Let your soul take you where you long to
The song itself usually begins slowly, backed by only a few instruments, before the rest of the orchestra joins in, ending on an unbelievable crescendo. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.